Hello, my beloveds. My camera's bouncing. I feel so connected to our love family. Before I start, I just want to thank you for the joy that runs through me. I'm just flowing. I don't have notes. You might find it hard to believe because I'm so academic in the way that I, just babble with you, but it comes from a grounded place. And what I've discovered and what this video is about is that law of attraction on its own, without doing the internal work, is not going to work, at least, not in my 650,432 different incarnations. Thank you for the texts. It just ain't going to happen, baby. But I have discovered from studying, from reading, from observing, from whatever you want to call it, channeling. We're all channeling. There's nothing like about it. The way that it does work. And as a result, good morning, Love Queen Catherine Mahoney. My experience, and this is just Frannie Sheridan's perspective. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Is this music beautiful? How are you, Love Queen Catherine? And where are you? We're just slowly populating here, and it's perfectly fine. Everything in divine timing. My experience is, if your frequency, if your vibration, since we're all vibration, right, Catherine? We're vibration. That's what we are. We are photonic energy in this temporary meat suit. And if our vibration doesn't line up with what it is that we want to magnetize, and it's always something that's a little bit, ahead or on the side of what we currently have, right? So let's say I want, to have the most gorgeous family of love streamers, that I'm the streamer, you're the streamee. With me, that is really feeling the value of what I'm doing. And it's bringing me joy and abundance in many levels. I have workshops that I, lead, for an exchange of money, value. I have tons and tons of free content on the web. And it is an exchange of beautiful vibration. And from that, often I get coaching clients and different things like that. So I manifest this out of wanting to really provide authentic, for me, this is just my humble opinion, it's not that humble, Frannie Sheridan, about law of attraction, because sometimes some information is missing from and they're all brilliant, and I've learned so much from every single teacher. So frequencies, how do you line up your frequency if you're not feeling worthy? Now that's a big wraparound word, right? We all come into the world from the unified field of love, God, whatever you want to call it, as worthy babies, right? No babies are not worthy. We are all worthy beings, right? Can you imagine like a baby checking out a baby and going, okay, can I have your I'd like to actually take a look at what's your work history? What makes you worthy, baby? Are you able to run long distance? We're all worthy, and we forget how loved we are. We forget what a beautiful frequency we have co-created this existence in this temporary meat ensemble. So how do you remember that? Let's say you're in a relationship with somebody who adores you and is reflecting back, good morning, we're starting populate. Hello, love warrior, Danny Mikhaili. So you can get it from external circumstances, but my little experience here, good morning, Love Queen Rochelle Cabran. We're just discussing why law of attraction by itself, without shifting our internal frequency, does not work, is a lie. Because many people, have beautiful dreams and want to attract a better relationship, a better health, a new car, a new job, something material. It doesn't matter what it is. They want to feel better, but we're magnetic. We're frequency. So if we don't line up with our internal frequency, and that just doesn't mean, only like, let's say, you know, in my Frannie Sheridan's perspective, is just my opinion, I wanted to create, you know, and I co-create a love family where I could go live and share something of value. And what came through me was FRUMMING. So I thought, well, how do I do that? You know, you become it. It's not just going to, you know, study, and that's part of it, is of course modeling after people who have done similar. A lot of people haven't done exactly what you may want to do. Let's just say you also want to create a type of a position or a job. We have to be it. We have to be it, become it. So how do you do that if you're working, let's say I was working at another job, which I do have, you know, other, I run workshops and I have a wellness center, different things. So how do you do that? So I have decided to make a commitment to do daily live streams because I love sharing the value. I love the kind of reaction that I'm getting. I love that it is making people feel gooder. Arthur Hiller, who I work with, used to say that playfully. And so lining up with a frequency for me, you know, for, you know, anyone that I have in my life that I've observed, sometimes you get to a certain point in life where what you've attracted is, you know, there's a lot of good stuff, but you can't quite figure out how to attract, let's say, that job or, you know, that position. I realized that I had to be it. I had to act as if. I had to suspend my imagination. So what I'm doing is, you know, like the rest of you, I have a busy life, but I have committed to going live every single day with you, my love family. Unless, you know, unforeseen circumstances, like next week we're going to the other coast of Florida, I may not be able to every day. I'll just be on vacation. I'll be, you know, or something. But I find the time. You have to be it. Do you want to attract a relationship? Well, what kind of person is it that you want to attract? You first have to be that. So let's say you want to attract a very abundant person. Perhaps you don't have the finances to, you know, to that you would like to have somebody else. You have the abundance of creativity, of genius. I'm going to turn this down just a whittle bit there, a whittle bit. But you do have an abundance of other things. So if you indulge, succulate, become somebody who loves his abundance, that will in itself create a magnetic force field, because we're all magnetic. Otherwise, you will attract somebody who perhaps has abundance of money, but maybe is very tight with it. So we need to become the frequency we want to attract. And as a result of my doing this now every day as much as possible, except for when I'm on vacation, or you know what I mean. So I'm attracting so much from you. Just being now, this moment live, okay? I don't have a neediness that you're going to love me, you're going to like my outfit, you're going to like the fact that, I don't know, that I just washed my hair. You know, it doesn't matter to me. I don't have a neediness that you're going to love me. What I care about is this very moment, this moment. Now, that moment already went, but this one that we're sharing together, that is enough for me. This is love. This is God force. This is Goddess force. So being in the moment and lining up your frequency with whatever it is, you have to be it. You cannot just sit on the couch and use your imagination too mentally. It's great to model. It's great to have vision boards. All of those things are great. Those are stepping stones. All of them are fabulous. You know, Esther Hicks, for example, has a genius one where you actually have a certain amount of money in your wallet. And even if you can't buy like one pair of shoes, you can imagine, I've got one pair. I could, with the wallet money that I had, the money in the wallet money, whatever. If you're upside down, you might say wallet money, wallet. You can imagine spending and the feeling of it, and that is great. Another thing that you can do is be the person who goes in the store and act as if. So this is, we have genius Rochelle Cabran, goddess, a queen, who is a wonderful actress and writer and a creative and just a force to be reckoned with. And many genius people on this particular call, as they call the live stream. So you know that acting as if is part of our acting training. I majored in theater in university, yada, yada. Had the privilege of studying with someone named David Eames in Toronto for many years, and Keanu Reeves was in my class, and all that is my memoir. And I'm not saying that to show off. I'm saying that to let you know I studied acting, and there's some genius techniques that come from it. And one of them is suspending your imagination. So if you don't feel worthy to begin with, if you're depressed, if you're feeling less than, if you feel you're not worthy, it's the worst feeling, and it's a lie. It's a lie. So how do you activate that if you're not with a person who's going to say, I love you and you're worthy and you're so wise and you deserve the best of the best? How do you do self-talk where it actually means something? Yes, you can do affirmations, but if at your core, that little girl, that little boy in you is still pieces of us are still feeling the results of trauma. Well, and listen, I went through things in my childhood that other people went through way worse. I am not saying this to make you feel, sorry for me at all. I'm excited about everything I went through because I become an alcoholic. No, because those of you who are watching who know me know I'm just being silly. And it's so important to be playful. Let's not take ourselves too seriously. This is not a Mentitini or a Brasso. This is chlorophyll and in water. It's so good to clear out the sprockets. Sure it is, Frannie. It's straight vodka. No, it's not. Yes, it's not. I've really gotten used to the taste. It makes my tongue green. And I'm not going to show you my tongue because you're in the cheap seats. Okay, I think you just saw it there. So the as if, suspending, this is so powerful. And all you do is if you think of a time when you were a child where you were shamed, blamed, guilt-tripped, fear-mongering, often from well-intentioned parents or parental units, figures, right? Grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever, teachers, not always, but mostly, who want to protect or who sometimes they're jealous and they don't know it. So getting in touch with those lower frequencies, right? And shedding them is the best thing. I do lead workshops with long form FRUMMING, which is like breath work. It lets go of our body stores lower frequencies in the fascia from childhood. And so during long form FRUMMING, which is of course Frannie as my name, so it's a combination of humming and breath work and love frequency, and people like cry and scream and yell and sometimes laugh because it's a release. Sometimes things get stuck in us and it's not conscious, it's literally in the body, and it prevents us from magnetizing, attracting what we want. So that's one way, but there are also these short exercises that pack a punch that have to do with suspending animation and using the what if exercise. So this is a succinct, easy way to reimagine, realign your worthiness, and I do it daily. And at night before I go to sleep, the best time I said that really fast. The best way to do this is first thing in the morning and last thing at night when you're subconscious, when you're more open, you're kind of in that state, in between sleep, and so you can absorb it. However, this is good to do anytime you're feeling caca-poo-poo. Get to the point, Frannie. I will, don't rush me. My case, I've used this example a lot because it's so weird. I was seriously shamed when I was little because my father was so traumatized. I have forgiven him for this and forgiven myself for co-creating. And that doesn't mean to blame a child. It means my belief, Frannie Sheridan's belief. Before we actually come into this world. I believe we make soul contracts, and yes, of course we have free will. But here's what happened. So when I was a little girl, on Father's Day, or maybe my dad's birthday, I was given $10 and my little brother was given 10, and we went to Ogilvy's, which was like the Bay, or, you know, what is it called? Any of the big department stores here in the States. I'm in Florida, you know, I'm an American and a Canadian, but I grew up in Canada. Ogilvy's was like the big department store, like Macy's. Like Macy's, I said the Bay. The Bay was also Canadian. Anyway, get to the point, Frannie. Okay, I will. So we went to the counter of the men's department in Ogilvy's, and I saw the shiniest thing in the world. You might find it hard to believe, considering my ensemble, that I like shiny things, but I do. I saw a porcelain and gold object, and I went over. I was like, talk about being magnetized, because I have that frequency, right? That's probably part of what I came into the world with. Many children have that sparkly energy, the God energy, the love energy. So it ended up being a porcelain and gold toilet. Listen, you flush the handle. I'm still excited about it. A little gold handle, and a man pops out holding a sign that says, "Goodbye, cruel world." Well, my father used to share Charlie Chaplin videos with us on the reel to reel in the basement. You know, that was like in the 1500s. But anyway, and he had a sense of humor when he wasn't traumatized. Okay, so I was excited, and I convinced my little brother, who was like, I don't think it's such a good idea, because he was not, as you know, he was not in that frequency, but I was the big bossy sister, and I got him to agree to pull his $10 with mine, and we afforded to buy this thing. And so I wrapped it up and gave my dad unwraps it. He's like, oh, he's Viennese. What a beautiful present. Look at the wrapping job. And he, you know, opened it, and oh, look at that. It's heavy. It's porcelain. And then it took him a minute, and he went, wait a minute. What is this? You give me a toilet, Francis? Robert? My little brother, Robert. You give your father a toilet? What is this? And he was already getting like, and then he pressed the handle. And of course, the little man came out holding the sign, "Goodbye, cruel world." His face turned to porcelain. I mean, really. And he was like, so angry. How dare you? Your mother put you up to this. You tried to make me feel ashamed. A man holding it, and the whole thing was way too much information for a little girl, you know, and that was the beginning of me not being able to having stomach issues, stomach things, right? He, in his crazy trauma, bless him, I love him. He was a genius ophthalmologist with 2 practices and a wonderful father. We were really close, we really were. But he had these trauma triggers because he hadn't let go of them. Didn't know how. This information wasn't available at that time, you know, in the evolution of the world. It wasn't. And if I'd had this information decades ago, it would have saved me a lot of time and money. But, you know, everything's perfectly divinely lined up. Or again, not to feel sorry. This is all perfect timing. I wouldn't be here with you. So I regret nothing. Happy for every little smidgey I went through. And so Papa was freaked out. And I, you know, of course, somatized shame and humor and my natural sense of humor and all that. So every time when I was a stand-up comedian and I was working, there were times when I would be in front of huge audiences laughing, and this old stuff would play, and I didn't know what it was, but I would go into all the cray-cray, you know, imposter syndrome, and, you know, I would block myself, right? So what I've done to recreate this, and if you can pattern after me, if you have something where you, which we 99 even if it's something little, like you were in kindergarten and, you know, you wore like a sweater and somebody teased you and you got embarrassed and so that you have shame about the way you dress or something, all of these things can be rewritten. Rewrite your story. All you do. So in my case, this is what I do, and I love it. So what I do is I repattern this every day. And I'm so happy just thinking about it. So I pretend that my little brother Robert and I gave my papa this gift, and he opened it and he said, "Oh boy, what a beautiful gift. Is this a toilet, Francis and Robert?" And he flushed it and he was like, "Oh, this is the funniest little, you have the best sense of humor. You are going to be a genius performer or something with your funny stuff. This is, and so it feels so warm and yummy. And that changes the trajectory of my life now. Your body doesn't know the difference whether what you are telling it, the stories we are telling it, if they're make-believe or not. This becomes real. You create a different timeline for yourself, and then you attract better. You know, it is amazing. And yes, rinse and repeat. It doesn't happen necessarily right away, but I tell you, if there is something that you, and I do this with many different things in my life, even with the most ghastly of experiences that I've had. And, you know, we're allowed to be in joy. You do not have to be your past. You can recreate, suspend reality. You can do it now. It is powerful. And many scientists mirror the fact and share the information that the body does not know any difference between whether the story you are feeding it, you are telling it, is a made-up, so-called made-up story, or is your actual real-life story. What matters is how you feel, how you're internalizing it, and what frequency you're holding in your fascia, in your body. That will determine what you attract. And I'll tell you this, it has helped me massively in terms of what I've attracted. And, you know, all I can tell you, my beloveds, is it's a beautiful thing. If you're interested in knowing more about this, I do teach, you know, private workshops, and I don't have the time right now to do another. But if you're interested, you can text me and I can put you on a waiting list. I also coach privately. I have 6-week coaching programs, but you just try it. This is doable. This is, you know, user-friendly information. Just, you don't have to go into your trauma. I don't believe that you have to relive. You know, there were actually psychiatrists. My father, who was from Vienna, was friends with Anna Freud, Sigmund Freud's father. Sigmund believed that you are your childhood, essentially. Anna, believed you recreate your childhood. So does Adler. I mean, there are a lot of, because many of us still have the training that it will be validated if it comes from a doctor or scientist. Well, I'm Dr. Love, baby. I did not get my doctorate in theater, but that's a whole other story. But listen, school of life, and wouldn't change a thing. And I just want to share my joy, my love, my huge appreciation. And now we're going to transition seamlessly into frumming. Let me just catch up with y'all for a minute. Y'all, cheers. My grasshopper teeny. No, it's chlorophyll. Chlorophyll water is so good for you. It's so good. It clears out your sprockets. What's happening, love family? What's going on? Oh, you love my hair today. Well, thank you for John is like basically today on the fun way. I just washed it, John. Thank you, darling. Thank you very much. It's less stank than most days. Thank you. I know I'm having fun. I wore a wig for a couple of days, and I used to have my hair like this, but thinner. And I know this is so deep to discuss. I actually did this so you could all just talk to me about my hair. No. And the hair inside my nostrils looks fabulous too, John. I just want to, not to show off, but the curtains got to match the carpet or something. I don't know what they mean by that. A lot of bleach. But I used to have my hair like this, but thinner, and then I wore a wig for a couple of days because I just thought I have to cut it. It's so hot in Florida, and people loved it, so I'm keeping it like this. So it's your fault if you don't like it. Okay, School of Spaghetti and Meatballs, says Love Warrior John Williams. Genius athlete, genius poet and writer, genius soul brother. I love you too, John Williams. Hi, Rochelle, says Love Warrior Danny McKiley. Rochelle, so crucially important, dearest goddess of Frannie. Yes, and you know what's so cool? Love Queen Rochelle, it works. I ain't fibbing. Oh my gosh. And Love Warrior Danny Mikhaili, I'm not outing anyone. Nobody needs to share their, kind of ordeal. Unless you want to. I shared mine because it's kind of light and weird, and I've shared it in my memoir. I shared it in my memoir. I was just trying to remember about the porcelain toilet and all that. It's just such a kooky, weird thing. But it hurt me at that time, and I no longer am hurt because it's like what you're doing is for me. I cast my parents. I cast happy parents in a new version, and it's just as real. It's just as palpable. Stay tuned for the sequel to Confessions of a Jewish Shiksa, part 2, or the current years. I don't know. It's not going to happen. I don't need to. You see, I am absolutely in love with my life. I'm in love with my imagination. Image in. We are and if anybody is an imaginative genius, it's Love Queen Rochelle Cabran and Love Warrior John Williams. And then we have Love Queen Catherine Mahoney. Hi, Catherine. Okay, so we have John in Toronto today. We have Rochelle in Florida. I'm in Florida. We have Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Love Queen Sandy, Janine Turgeon Roy. Are you in Northern Florida? How are you? Let us know how you are, sweetheart. And we have, let me see. Sometimes it freezes here. If I don't say hi to you, we have Love Queen Sarah Shanuda. Hello. So we're just one big love family here from the unified field of love, God, Goddessa, whatever you want to call it. We're all from the big cheese ball in a large spaceship on a slipper in France, because you can dance. It doesn't matter what you call God. We're all from the unified field of love, baby. So I just want to encourage you to hydrate. We're going to go into a medium form FRUMMING, by the way, for those of you who don't know. I'm Frannie, and I lead with a combination of humming, love intelligence, and breath work, because it came through me when I was meditating. I was looking for the easiest, most simple on-the-go modality for my clients, our clients at Loving Light Regeneration, my workshop clients, and all of that, because people are not doing their homework as much as they could be, and we have been very much, trained to rely on external forces as opposed to our imagination. So, FRUMMING is even more than imagination. I didn't think I was going to pop back, but I was. I'm like a puppet. I'm a friend puppet today. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Focus Fox. All this is breathing from the belly. Belly breathing, or belly humming, as my genius, beautiful, precious husband, Danny Mikhaili, Love Warrior, calls it FRUMMING. Belly breathing. Why? Because if you breathe from up here, you're going to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Fight or flight. I always think of a dental drill. We have the nicest, Stephen Crane, if you're watching, the nicest dentist, and he's actually gentle and very, okay. There's no bear, there's no shark, so we don't want to. So how do you do that? So you hold just a tiny little bit of tension. Listen, we're walking upright, so by our very nature, we are putting a little tension here. If we were otherwise, we'd be like, spaghetti and a meatballs, from the spaghetti and meatballs of God, John. I don't know why I'm that in this goofy, not a very convincing Italian accent, but it happened. Okay, it slipped out. As soon as I thought spaghetti, I got hungry. Okay, so shoulders down, angel wings back. I'm going to turn this up a little. And remember, we're all angels. I forgot we're angels. So put your angel nubs back a little. Shoulders down. It's super easy. If you're driving, just breathe from the belly. If you're lying down, if you're lying down and sleeping, it's perfect. Okay, babies come into the world belly breathing. Belly breathing. So just, it takes a few reps, but it's cool. Just like going to the gym or anything else. It's really, really simple. So bend your knees. You don't want to hyperextend anything. Shoulders down, angel wing. Okay, so we're going to breathe up what I call the love trunk, which is where all of our chakras are. We're sort of like cleaning house, like we're dusting or vacuuming the chakras. Why? Because every friggin' millisecond of a millisecond, 50 billion pieces of information are coming into us from the unified field of love, which is where most of us still is. Only a small part of us went into this meat suit, which is temporary. So we are communicating from the unified field of love, right? Which is like a big, yummy, yummy soup of genius. And it's coming into us, hitting us here in the gut, not the brain, the gut. The brain, there's a brain in the gut, a brain in the heart, and a brain up here. And for us to be able to make use of this wonderful information, the genius, those phone calls, and not block what could, and so yes, we've got to retell our stories to ourselves so that we can be magnetic. And in addition, we've got a clean house. So when ideas come in, opportunities, we don't have those lower frequencies. I'm not old enough. I'm too old. I'm underqualified. I need another degree. I'm not, right? And then we block. I have this illness. I have that. I'm this. And no. Let us open up to the love that we are, to the God that we are. I'm not saying things don't happen, okay, so don't smoke me. But the way to clean out our chakra system, because as I said, all of this information is coming in from the toroidal field, from the unified field of love, hitting us in the gut, and it's coming up our chakras. But if we have gunk there, and we're not cleaning out our gunky poo, it's very hard to get around energetically, and it doesn't go any farther from than the primitive brain, and we want it to go up to our higher brain center, right? So we can make use of this genius. This is where the yummy, juicy genius actually happens. So we're going to be breathing from the gut, as I said, belly breathing, shoulders down. Even while I'm talking, a succession of belly breaths all the way up. We're going to go through the crown of the head and hum down. Why are we humming down? We are humming down because 15 to 24 times more nitrous oxide is released from the pineal gland than regular nose exhalation, which is so good for you. It's a vasodilator. It activates your vagus nerve. You don't have to go all the way to Vegas, It's anti-inflammatory, anti-parasitic. I mean, Dr. Sandra Rose Michael was talking about it with me on Sunday and said that it's science-backed. It affects your neurology. I mean, I know that it helps to realign your neural pathways. It goes on and on and on. So that's why we're humming down. So a succession of breaths up, and even if I'm talking boys and girls, love queens and love kings, please keep humming down. We're going to do it 3 times, and that's the way the frumming crumbles. Okay, so knees bent if you're standing, belly breath in from Mother Earth, into the soles of your feet, your beautiful strong fascia, all the photonic energy holding everything together, your muscles, your bones, in through your ankles, that let you boogie. Another belly breath into your calves, another belly breath into your pliable knees, another belly breath into your thighs, both sides, your strong thighs, another belly breath into your sexual, spiritual organs. Oh yeah, baby, we are reclaiming it. It's sexual, it's spectual, spiritual and sexual now go together. Belly breath into your hips, your beautiful hips, belly breath into your digestive organs, belly breath into your root chakra, into your sacral chakra, another belly breath into your, solar plexus, belly breath into your lower ribs, belly breath in the side of ribs, back of the ribs, belly breath into all your organs, pancreas, gizzard, your lungs, belly breath into your heart, your pancreas, into your entire skin. The skin is the biggest organ. Belly breath, really big belly breath, bigger than your body. Belly breath all the way to Lithuania. Another belly breath all the way to Bulgaria. Thank you for the text. Belly breath all the way to Canada, all the provinces in Canada. Belly breath all the way across North America. One love, baby. We're all from the unified field of love. There's no division. Belly breath into our breast tissue, our back, our strong shoulders. Another belly breath into our top of our arms, our elbows, our forearms, our expressive wrists and gorgeous genius hands. And thank you for my fingers out our fingernails. Belly breath into our pharynx, our larynx, our throat. Another belly breath into the back of your ears, the back of your throat. Belly breath into your teeth, your gums, your tongue, and your smile. Let it light up the friggin' cosmos, regardless of how people react. A belly breath in from authentic love. Belly breath into your jaw, your cheekbones, your nose, your nostrils. Belly breath into your eyes. The eyes are the doorway to the soul. Oh yeah, beautiful eyeballs. Belly breath into your third eye. Belly breath into your forehead. Another belly breath into both lobes of your brain and all the connective tissue. And a belly breath out the crown, my kings and queens. Okay, now I'd like to call in, and you don't have to do this, only the highest and the best, we all have free will, of my beautiful, blessed friend Kenny, my oldest friend in the world, who's now non-physical. Belly breath, my sister Marilyn, only the best and the highest from her. Belly breath from Robin Williams, who I had a wonderful connection with backstage in Punchlines in Vancouver. Belly breath with the best part of any genius of my parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-great-grandparents, father, mother, grandfather, great-great-grandfather, mother, grandmother, great-great-grandmother, great-great-great, and grandmother, if I forgot you. Any children of yours that have transitioned, any friends, you can bring in the best and the highest of them. Nieces, nephews, aunts, great aunts, nieces, nephews, uncles, great uncles. I'm really covering the whole thing. Any animals. Oh my gosh, my beloved Cruella, who was a gorgeous cat with green slitty eyes, and she was very lithe, and she's with me, and sometimes at night I still feel her pounce in my bed, like a light on my mattress, as a way of saying hello. She was like a dog cat. She was a dat. She was a cog. Cruella, any of the best and the highest of your beauty and your genius, and she was so protective. Okay, and we're gonna hum down, so only belly breath. If you're mimicking the way I'm standing, make sure your shoulders are down. You don't want to activate parasympathetic. We are basically integrating parasympathetic and sympathetic. I've been talking a lot. Hum through the crown of your head. Now, when you're humming, lips closed. Why? Because we're activating 15 to 24 times more nitrous oxide. So many scientists are sharing it. Look on my page. There are videos from scientists who went to Stockholm for experiments validating this. I mean, it goes on and on. So what you're doing is enjoying the frequency, and we're pulling it down, pulling heaven, earth. This is the time, beloveds. We are here to radiate, to magnetize, to be the frequency of love. So we'll bring it more into our beautiful planet Terra and bring heaven, earth, right? Just like we're activating the best and the highest of our story. So we activate the best and the highest incarnation, right? Belly breath, and keep on humming even when I'm blabbing. Down through the crown of our head, heaven, earth. Belly breath only, shoulders down. Another belly breath. Om is easier than yum or Om. Clean it out. It is so healthy for you. Om. Into Mother Earth and thank her. We're going to do two more, and I'm just going to shut up. Hello, Love Queen Carmen Goldman. Goodness, I am so blessed to have the resonance of my love family. Okay, I would like to offer hydrate, important. I have my grasshopper teeny with chlorophyll. Minus grasshoppers. All right, we're going to do two more, and then I have a client. All right. Belly breath, shoulders down, angel nubs together. We're going to do this twice. No talking. No talking, or you're going to stand in the corner. Okay, belly breath, only belly breath. Okay, so breathe in, push your belly out, exhale. Breathe in, push your belly out, exhale. Here we go. Through the soles of your feet, from Mother Earth, up through your everything. I'm not going to talk. Succession of breaths. Another breath. Another breath up through your chakra system, your love trunk, all the way up, down your arms. heaven earth with humming. Ready? Here we go. Belly breath. Doesn't that feel good? All the way into Mother Earth, 6 feet down, and thank her. One more. I'm going to talk very little. Okay, I will talk a little, but I'm not going to. Here we go. Only belly breath. So breathe into your belly, push it out, exhale. Breathe into your belly, push it out, exhale. Shoulders down. Here we go. From Mother Earth through the soles of your feet, succession of breaths. You don't have to breathe as much as I am. You're not here to hyperventilate. So whatever feels good to you, and there's not one note. It is what feels good to your body. Okay, here we go. Up through your beautiful feet. Imagine that you're clearing out your love trunk, what I call your love trunk, your chakra system. And now let's bring heaven earth through humming. Enjoy the frequency. It is so healthy, so good for you. Nitrous oxide, here we go. It's a nitrous oxide, a teeny. So much love to you. So much love to our beautiful universe, God, Goddessa, Mother Earth, all of the children inside of all of us that will always be there and are waiting for us to feel what they went through. You don't have to go through the experience. You can feel it to heal it and then reveal the love that you are and reframe it, rewrite the story. It is powerful. So I love you so much, and I always say, I no longer am needy. I don't need you to like what I do or need you to share this video. However, this is a time in the world, as you know, where there's a lot going on, a lot being revealed, good, bad, and ugly. And people are feeling some of those lower frequencies, lots of anxiety. So if you feel that this may help one person, consider sharing it, and I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. And let me just take a quick look here. Carmen Goldman, Love Queen, thank you. Love King, John, Frannie, Danny Pooh, love you. Gotta go to do some stuff before work. Okay, bless you. Love you so much, John Williams. This is so great. I like breathing from my left eyeball. Love Warrior John Williams is like the bad kid. Not the bad one, like the mischievous kid in class. And his humor is through the frickin' roof. I welcome it, and I encourage you all. Be playful. Let's not take ourselves. Liz Lily, hello, Love Queen. We're just at the tail end, but if you feel the need, Sandy, Love Queen Sandy, if you wanna, if you came in halfway, or if anyone's watching the replay, you know, the beginning has some juicy stuff. Thank you so much, Love Family. And I started a new YouTube channel and a new Instagram channel. My YouTube channel is called Frannie's Channel. FRANNIES channel. And then Instagram is just Frannie Sheridan. And I have some pre-recorded videos there, but I will be going live here every day. As much as possible, Danny and I are going on a vacay next week to the other coast of Florida to see our precious dolphins. There's a place where they swim in. It's like Danny says, it's like they're going to work. They swim in literally to the bay right outside our hotel every morning, right when he goes to the loo. So Danny's not allowed to use the porcelain throne. Oh my God, it's like a perfect circle. It's a segue. I'm a genius. To the porcelain throne that I was talking about earlier, and I was. And if you don't believe me, watch the replay. Watch it start from the beginning. But he's not allowed to, do his business until we see the first dolphin, because it's like they were playing a joke on us. They always come right when he's, otherwise, involved. So seriously, and then at night, and it's just wonderful. And so that's the other coast of Florida. So sending you dolphin love, and oh boy, they're magical angelic creatures. I love you all so much. Thank you all for joining. And we're stronger together in love and joy and genius. And that's it. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. I love you so deeply. Thank you.